My name is Gerda Bikales. I was born in Breslau, in Germany at the time, now called Wrocław, in Poland. At about the same time, the Nazi Party came to power. I was an only child living with my parents when I witnessed Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass. My father was able to leave for the United States, but my mother and I were unable to obtain the necessary visas to follow. It was a separation that was to last 8.5 years. As the persecutions accelerated, my mother and I were constantly on the run, from Germany to Belgium, and then in various places in France. We narrowly escaped the fate of most Jews in Nazi-occupied Europe. I had the good fortune to be reunited with both my parents after the war. And I came to America as a teenager. I studied part-time while raising a family with my husband, Norbert, and have earned 2 advanced degrees. I have worked as a writer, a lobbyist, an association executive for nonprofit organizations. Like my husband, I have devoted a great deal of time furthering Holocaust education and remembrance. I have also authored a memoir, Through the Valley of the Shadow of Death, a Holocaust Childhood. Norbert and I have 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. I am lighting this candle in memory of the righteous Gentiles who risked so much to save some of us.
I'm Norbert Bikales, born 92 years ago in Berlin, Germany. After my parents and my brother were deported to Poland, I was sent in 1939 on the Kindertransport to France. I spent most of the war years in various children's homes in France, cared for by OSE, pronounced OSE, a French Jewish welfare organization that saved me and several thousand other Jewish children. Part of this period is shown in the award-winning film called The Children of Shaban. Toward the end of the war, I managed to escape over the mountains into Switzerland. Sometime later, I learned through the International Red Cross that my brother Richard had been able to survive the terrible persecutions in Poland and was now living in Austria. We were able to meet a few months later at the Austrian-Swiss border, and he gave me the devastating news that our parents had been murdered in Belzec, one of the early killing centers in Poland. I arrived in America at the age of 17 and immediately resumed my studies, which had been severely curtailed. As a Jew, I had been expelled from school both in pre-war Germany and in wartime France. I now worked hard to support myself while studying for my high school diploma and later my Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, as well as my PhD degree. I had a successful, multifaceted career as a polymer chemist, including a 3-year stay at the American Embassy to represent the United States in science in Europe. My wife Gerda and I have been happily married for nearly 70 years, and we have 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. I'm lighting this candle in memory of my dear parents and the countless other victims of Nazi barbarism.